Hello, welcome to part 2 of April, part 2 of 30 books in 30 days, part 2 of Realmathon, second vlog of the month. Last week I picked most of my reads via Patreon poll, and it was a fun way to not know what I was reading. My plan for this week is to pick my reads via wheel. So, I've made a wheel. I've got a lot of reading to do because I'm actually a book behind for 30 books in 30 days because I did read Wrath last week. I keep saying week. Last 10 days. It's not quite weeks because I'm doing it in 10-day vlogs. So yeah, I'm a book behind, but I hope to make up for it this week. Right, I've put in a bunch of books that I would like to read. Some are bigger than others. Some are comics, some are novellas, some are full-blown books. We'll see. Some I have on audiobooks, some I don't. So we'll see what I end up with. Because right now, I have no idea. I've only put 12 books in. I don't think I'm going to read more than 12 books in 10 days. If I do, that would be amazing. But I don't think I'm going to. So, let's see what I'm starting this vlog by reading. It is... What is it? What is it? Keepers 6. Good choice, Wheel. Good choice. Okay, so this is a sci-fi with dead dragon lords or something. And a mother whose son has been taken by one of these dragon lords or something, and there's portals to other worlds, but it's a sci-fi. It seems like a really fascinating sci-fi fantasy mix. But yeah, it's not too long. It is only Diddy. It's upstairs, so I don't have it on me right this second. But yeah, I'm excited with that as my first choice. Thank you very much, Wheel. Cool. Alright, I will go and get that and get started. And hopefully we have a good 10 days of reading ahead of us. 3 days later. Yes, it's 3 days later. It's the 13th of April. Happy Thursday, I think. It has taken me far too long to read this book. But I've done it now. I don't know why it took me 3 days to read this book. It was tiny. But you know what? I just didn't love this as much as I wanted to. I was very distracted and I found a lot of it to just be kind of plodding along. Wasn't the most exciting. Hello, phone. Wasn't the most exciting. I was a little bit bored, but then in the last 50 pages we started to get answers to some of the things that were just kind of given to you as if you were supposed to understand them already, and it started to make a little bit more sense. But I do feel like there was a lot of that just kind of giving you information with zero context, and you're just supposed to understand it and know how this world works. And it just, I don't know, it wasn't explained well enough for me. Like, I didn't get this world, but at the same time it was kind of fascinating, like having that sci-fi setting with a dragon and a dragon's horde, and then there were dragon babies and dragon hybrids and all sorts, but at the same time we follow this group of humanoids. I was seeing them as human, but I don't think they were all human, on this journey to fulfill a quest on behalf of a dragon, because the leader of the group's son was kidnapped by the dragon. And I felt like a lot of it was just kind of the plodding along of that quest, and it just wasn't, like, gripping me all that much. It feels very mid to me, like 2.5 out of 5 stars. It might scrape a 3 on Core Pile, it might not, I don't know. But I have finally finished it, so I have so much catching up to do, which means I need to spin the wheel. But I also have some things that I would like to add to the wheel, because I got some non-fiction books in the mail. So I'm gonna add the books that are in my stack of non-fiction over there. So we have The End of Everything, Black Holes, and we have This Way to the Universe. I think at this point, regardless of what comes up next on the wheel, I want to read a volume of Toilet Bound just to give me another push, because I'm falling behind on 30 books in 30 days, and I still am at a point with Toilet Bound where I'm in the third volume of the same story, like the same mystery part, you know. Normally they're like one mystery per volume, but this particular mystery has been spread out across 3, so I still need to read the next one of that, and I kind of want to do that now, just to give me a little bit of a push. But we can see what I'm going to read after I've read that Toilet Bound. And then if Toilet Bound comes up, then I'll spin it again. But, ready? Can you see? I don't know if you can see. What am I reading next? Please be good. Please be good. What did that say? The End of Everything! I got one of my non-fictions! That's very much excited me. Can you even see that that says The End of Everything? There you go. The End of Everything. Which is The End of Everything. I'm very excited about this. This is, from what I remember from ordering this, it's theories on how the universe will end and like the life lessons you can learn from that. I'm very excited to give it a go, because astrophysics is apparently my jam right now, and it's the end of everything astrophysically speaking. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to diving into that. But yeah, as I say, I want to get through this right now first, so I'm going to do that. And then start the end of everything.
Hello. I am just not with it this week, apparently. What did I tell you last? I told you I finished The Keeper's 6, right? And then I told you I finished this, and that regardless of the wheel, I was going to read this. I've read this. So I have actually finished 2 things this week. It's not all doom and gloom, but I am still 2 books behind schedule. This Toilet Bound story that I thought was going to be 1 volume and then ended up being 2 and then ended up being 3 and it's now 4. Like, we're still in the same mystery and I don't know what's going on. So I need to read more Toilet Bound, but still thoroughly enjoying. It's good fun. But this particular mystery is being dragged out a little bit. Like, I get why, because there's a big overall plot point that this mystery is touching on. So I get why it's being dragged out the way it is, but, like, I want to know more mysteries. Anyway, so that's 2 books done. The Keeper's 6 came out at 3 stars on Core Pile. It just scraped 3 stars. And Toilet Bound is pretty solidly a 4-star most of the time. And then my wheel obviously gave me The End of Everything. I am 60 pages into this, and I can't just read this. This is a lot more in-depth than the other space book that I read. Fascinating, and I'm really enjoying how much I'm learning, and just the pictures of the universe and how they know these things and stuff. Like, it's fascinating. Don't ask me to tell you anything. But I've just been learning about the cosmic microwave background, and we've gone through the timeline of inflation and cosmic inflation, cosmic dawn, the quark era, blah blah blah, That wasn't in order. And yeah, the importance of the cosmic microwave background to enable these geniuses to see the Big Bang. Amazing. And the section I'm in now, because we're now in the sections of the first of the 5 theories of the end of the universe, which is the Big Crunch, which is probably the one that I would like to think I'm the most familiar with. But we will see. I'm very excited, but I just can't read this on its own. I need something else, because this is too much for me to just focus on this. So, when my brain got a little bit fuzzy last night, I decided that I needed an audiobook, and I knew that All Systems Red was on Scribd. So I have started All Systems Red. It's a novella, it's not very long, I don't know how long it is because I don't own it physically. But I'm 1 chapter into All Systems Red. I am very intrigued. So I think my plan for today is to finish All Systems Red, and then we'll spin the wheel again. Because as I say, I need something alongside this. Also, this weekend is the Peace Talks for Realmathon, so I need to get my butt in gear. If anything, actually, maybe I should make a new wheel specifically for Peace Talks with more comics and stuff on, so I can get through more shorter reads specifically for Peace Talks. Because I've got Invisible Kingdom, I've got Ascender, I've got Low. But novellas works fine as well. Anyway, regardless, that's where I'm at. That's what's happening today. So I'm going to settle down and listen to some All Systems Red. Finn is shredding a tennis ball over there. Hey, baby. Can I show the people what you've done to your tennis ball? It's dead. There's bits of yellow fluff everywhere. At least he's not eating it. He is good at, when he chews things up like this, he always spits it out. He doesn't actually eat anything. Like, there's just bits of this yellow fur everywhere. I'll pick that up. Don't worry, you carry on with your tennis ball. But yeah, I'll let you know when I finished All Systems Red and what comes next. But I feel like I'm failing this week compared to last week, so this weekend I really need to get my butt in gear. I keep saying this week as well. We're on day 4, right? Is it the 14th? Please don't be the 15th. Oh, it's the 15th. Okay, I'm on day 5 of the week. Day 5 of the 10-day. I need to sort myself out. Yeah. Let's have an intense day of reading. Let's go. Book number 1 of Peace Talks complete. All Systems Red done. I enjoyed that. I was very intrigued, and I'm intrigued about Murderbot and what Murderbot will do now. Yeah, interesting. Very quick. Almost too quick, to the point where I felt like I didn't necessarily care a lot about the characters or necessarily what happened, but the intrigue was high, that's for sure. So I would be interested to continue the series. It was incredibly quick. Like, I think the audiobook for that was about 2 hours. So incredibly fast. But yeah, I liked it. I think it feels like a 3-star for me, maybe a 4, because intrigue was pretty high. But characters pretty low, because I just felt like I didn't care because it was so small. But I would be interested in continuing the series, so there's that. That's the thing with novellas, isn't it? Like, I feel like there's not much you can say about it or much to really discuss because it's so quick. Like, you might as well just read it, you know? But that does mean that I now need to pick my next book. And what I have done, I think I mentioned that I was thinking of doing this, is created a wheel specifically for Peace Talks of shorter books, comics, things like that, so I can try and rack up some points during Peace Talks. So, let's have a look at my wheel. Here it is. The wheel is here. Let us have a spin and see what I'm reading next. Please be something good. Oh! Okay! The next Murderbot. I said I would be interested in continuing it, so it looks like I'm continuing it straight away. good job all the audiobooks are on Scribd, because I don't own these currently. But what is the next one? Is Artificial Condition book 2? I think it is. Cool. Looks like I'm reading Artificial Condition next. Winner. Let's go. We've come to the beach for a walk. I don't know how well you can hear me. But we've come to the beach for a walk. It's the sea! And there's absolutely nobody here. Yes, I'm carrying around a bag of poo. Oh! There's absolutely nobody here. It's deserted, which is really lovely. But also it's so warm. I thought that I might be cold in just a hoodie. Spring has officially sprung. But I'm like a couple of chapters through Artificial Condition, if you want a reading update. But yeah, we've decided to come out for a walk. So that's what we're doing. But it's so lovely. It's just no one around. Other than Jake and Finn. Which is lovely. It's nesting season for the ground nesting birds. So we can't get to all of this land. But we can still run. Hello. Oh, you're balanced weirdly. Update time. Obviously, back from the beach. It was really nice. It was really deserted, but nice and warm, which was nice. Had a good time. But I have now finished Artificial Condition. Woo! So I'm working my way back to being on track. I definitely liked Artificial Condition more than All Systems Red. I feel like I got to know our main character, which is Murderbot, a little bit better in Artificial Condition. And I think overall I just like the plot a little bit better. But maybe because I already had a bit of a base knowledge from the first one. I don't know. I liked it though. And again, definitely want to continue. And they're so quick and easy. It's nice. I like it. I'm not going to say they're like amazing reads because I still do think like it's too small to be an amazing read. It doesn't make me feel anything. It's just quick, entertaining, intriguing because of the whole, this is a murderous robot who is, I don't know, struggling with developing a sense of humanity and consciousness and stuff. But I like it. I enjoy. That does mean I am ready for another spin of my wheel. I don't know what accent that was. But let us have a look at my spinny wheel. Here it is. Here is the spinny wheel. Can you see it? I think you can just about see that. And you can see me. Let's go. Ooh. What have we got? Are you kidding me? I promise you this is random, but looks like I'm going on to Rogue Protocol. Is this just going to be a weekend of me reading the entire Murderbot series? Maybe. Maybe. But that's the situation. So I'm gonna go and listen to the audiobook for Rogue Protocol. I'm actually glad that that's come up because I am enjoying it. And I do think that as a series it probably would be one that if I don't read it whilst I'm like on a roll with it, I can imagine I would forget about and not go back to, especially because I don't own them physically. So I'm not mad about this. I'm intrigued to see where our Murderbot goes next. What they get up to in the next one. Yeah, cool. Alright, well, let's go read Rogue Protocol. Hello, happy Sunday. It is Sunday, right? It is the 16th. I think I might still be a book behind, I don't know. But I finished Murderbot 3 Rogue Protocol last night, and I think that was my favourite one so far. But again, it's still, like, they're so super small, I feel like you can't really get a lot out of them. But overall, now I'm 3 books into the series, I am enjoying it. Again, would like to continue, but whether the wheel gives me Murderbot again is a different matter. Oh. Right. I have it up from last time. Yeah. So let's see what it gives me today. Oh, very close to being low, but Saga. Saga, right, okay. I have 1 volume of Saga that I have not read, and it is volume 10. So that is going to be what I'm going to tackle today. I'm nervous about that because I don't know how they're going to come back from what they did at the end of volume 9. If you've read that, you'll know what I mean. But it looks like today's the day that I get up to date with Saga. But I'm not going to do it right now because we're going out for a walk. We're going to go to, I can't even remember where we're going to go. Can't remember the name of the place, but a National Trust Park. And we're going to take Finny Boy for a nice long walk. Oh, we Finny Boy. Do Finny Boy. Finny Boy. Oh. Oh. Why are you backing away from me? Are you excited? Do you want to go on a nice walk, Jake? Turn around. Say hello. Okay, you're getting nothing from him, but let's go. Hello. We're vlogging from Double Chin lounging on the sofa in a corner because I feel icky. But besides the point, we had that lovely walk. And I just got back from it and feel really... Ugh. I think it's that time of month, you know. So yeah, I feel a bit shit. But I have just sat and read Saga Volume 10. So I have completed my read. I wondered if I would be alright reading this because I hadn't done a reread of volumes 1 to 9, but there is like a 3-year gap, which is like how long it took them to write it. So I felt like it didn't really matter that I didn't necessarily remember all of the details, like the important things were brought up again, and I understood everything perfectly fine, so I don't think that was an issue. I will say I didn't enjoy this as much as I remember enjoying Saga. Maybe that's the fact that my tastes have maybe changed, or maybe it's just not as good as Saga used to be, I don't know. But I didn't enjoy this one as much, and I feel like a lot of the things in it were purely there for shock factor and didn't really, like, mean anything. Which makes me wonder how much of Saga before this was like that, and I was just roped up in enjoying it and I didn't, like, pick up on it, but yeah. Anyway, I finished it. It feels very 3-star to me, which is a shame because I recall enjoying Saga before a lot more than that. But that is the situation. Which means now, try not to throw your glasses on the floor, Jade. Grab your laptop, Jade. Find the wheel, Jade. Come on, let me in. Here is the wheel. Spin. Do 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 do. Ooh. Zita the Space Girl. I'm pretty sure this one's like a middle grade graphic novel. But I have all 3 of them upstairs, so I'll start with the first one. I'll go and grab it when I can be bothered to move. But yeah, Zita the Space Girl. Hello! I have finished Zita the Space Girl. It took, like, no time at all to read. It was cute, it was quick, it was easy. I don't know if I can say it was good, but I'm not the target audience, and I'm still not in a middle grade mood, so maybe wasn't the best choice for me in that regard, but I think my sisters would love this. So in that respect, I think it's great for its target audience. Hey, Finny boy! But, like, I didn't get much out of this, but with my middle grade reading mood at the moment, But it's about a young girl who accidentally opens a portal to space and has to save her best friend from being some sort of sacrifice to save the world and work out how to get him home. Cute, easy, very quick. My sisters will love it. For me, it was just a bit eh. But that does mean it is time to spin the wheel. So, let's grab my wheel. Here it is. And see what comes next. I do have a preference, but let's see what I get. We are having... Oh! The Undefeated. Okay, that one is a tiny tour novella about a woman who was a journalist and is now, like, running for her life or something. I'm excited. I'll go and grab it and we'll read that. My friends, it has been some days. I'm pretty sure I last spoke to you on Sunday. It's now Thursday. It is the 20th. It is the last day of this vlog, and I just haven't spoken to you for days. My reading has not been happening. Doesn't help that I had a 2-day migraine in that, so yay for that. But on top of that migraine over the last 4 days, it has just been stressful. Life in April has just gone... So, Anyway, I don't want to talk about that because I would like to avoid the stress of that, and the migraine has gone, so yay. I am, however, today feeling sorry for myself. So I have brought myself up to bed at 5:45. I'm going to do some Patreon sprints from bed because I'm feeling sorry for myself, and try and get some reading done. Now, reading update, the last thing you saw was me spinning for the Undefeated for whenever it was, Sunday? No. It's over there, I can't be bothered to grab it. I have read that, I have finished that, it is done. It was not what I thought it was. So I thought it was about a woman who was a journalist who exposed some corruption, and as a result of that, this alien species was invading and she was running for her life. Not quite. It's much better than that. Oh, Finny Boy's coming to join me. Hello, baby. Yeah, it's much better than that, and much more interesting than that. So, humanity has enslaved an alien species, and they have been slaves for generations, treated as not people. After all of these years, this species has had enough, I guess, and the few of the slaves that have either been let go or escaped or whatever have gone back to their home planet and rallied the troops, basically. So we follow the perspective of Monica. Why have you come to chew my finger? Anyway, we follow Monica, who, as a child, her family had slaves. As an adult, she has a slave. She used to be a very famous writer, but now everyone's on the run from an evil of their own making. I don't think evil is the right word there. I think a group who are after justice is a better word. It was interesting. I liked it. It was good. I have also read another book, which is a bit of a different one. But I have also read Off to Be the Wizard. I'll put the cover here because I don't own it physically. This is about a man who is a bit of a hacker and finds a file that is the code to reality, and when you edit things in the file, it changes reality. So he works out that he can change his physical appearance, he can go back in time, he can do all these cool things with reality, which gets him in a little bit of trouble, and therefore means that he is exiled to medieval England, where he has to try and pass himself as a wizard, because he's in trouble. It was funny, I liked it, entertaining. It is part of a bigger series. Would I continue? Maybe. But it just piqued my interest and I listened to the audiobook because I didn't want to read anything physically and it was on script. And I had a good time. So, there was that. Now, however, I am going back to The End of Everything by Katie Mack. I have read a little bit more of this. I'm 80 pages in. This is the non-fiction about the 5 different theories on the end of the universe. It's a lot, you know, but I'm enjoying it, if enjoying is the word you would use. However, again, I don't necessarily want to just read this and bog myself down because it makes me feel dumb. So I might also listen to some of the next Murderbot book, which I think is Exit Strategy? It is. So I might listen to that in between. Hello. I read Exit Strategy. I have completed the Murderbot Quartet. Quadrilogy? Quadrant. Whatever it is called. The original 4 books. I know there is now 2 more. What have we got? Network, Effect, and Fugitive Telemetry? I think. But it was originally just the 4, so I'm quite happy leaving it there for now. Who knows, maybe I'll read the other ones some other time. But I think I am quite happy with how that wrapped up for Murderbot. I liked it. I do think that Rogue Protocol is still my favourite of the four. So we had All Systems Red, Artificial Condition, Rogue Protocol, and Exit Strategy. Yeah, I've read all of them in this vlog. Yay! But yeah, I liked it. I reckon it was a 4-star read for me. And then this evening I have continued on with The End of Everything. I am still in the Heat Death chapter. I think I've only read like 20 odd pages, because this just takes me so long to read because it makes my brain feel tiny. Like, I feel so dumb because I'm not an astrophysicist, funnily enough. But it's so fascinating. But it talks about all these different theories, and like, I've learned about how the fact that at a certain point in space, things further away look bigger. You know how when you see things in the distance, they look smaller? In space, things look smaller further away until you get to a certain point when things further away start looking bigger. And that's weird. And I've just learned about the, what's it called? The De Sitter equilibrium. Weird. And how a universe that reaches maximum entropy and enters a heat death then, like, doesn't have time anymore, and time can't happen, but because time can't happen, it's actually, like, an infinite time, and then because there's an infinite time, any random combination of anything, like matter, can randomly form at any point because you have an infinite amount of time. So, like, last Tuesday could just happen again. It's weird. It's a lot to think about, and there's been so much more than that, and as I say, I've only managed to read like 20 odd pages tonight. It just really confuddles my brain, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. It excites me. It's kind of scary, but it excites me more than scares me. Like, when I say I'm reading a book about 5 theories of the end of the universe, it's like, wow, crisis, you are gonna be having, like, a existential doom crisis at any moment, but, like, it excites me more than it scares me. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. But I am only about halfway, so I am not finishing it in this vlog. And in fact, I'm going to wrap this vlog up now because I'm going to go to sleep, like this bean over here. Yeah, I don't know what this vlog has looked like, really. I think I've read a decent amount. Maybe? I hope so. I know at the end of the last one I did a wrap-up of everything that I've read, but I just can't remember. I feel like this 10 days has been so much more chaotic than the first 10 days of April, and I blame life stress. Yeah. But the wheels appeared a few times. I still haven't decided how I'm gonna pick my reads for the final 10 days, so I guess I'll have to work that out tomorrow. But I still have The End of Everything to finish anyway, so cross that bridge when I get there. But yeah, there we go. Thank you ever so much for watching this vlog. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Chat to me down below. I can't remember what I've done, but if you want to just let me know you were here, leave me a little dog emoji. I feel like I haven't done that in a while. A little dog emoji, because I feel like there's been a lot of walks with Finn in this vlog. Maybe. But yeah, I hope your April reading is going well, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!